What's up, YouTube? Brian VANDUYN here. As you can see, it's quiet, very quiet. So you know what that means? I'm in the super dump, obviously. The topic of discussion today is basically the slow season in dump trucking, because dump trucking is pretty seasonal, as most of you guys already know. So I kind of wanted to, talk to you guys about, what's up, Bobby? I'm going to pick up Bobby's 314 right now. So I want to talk about the slow season, basically. What it's like, how can you get through it, all that type of jazz. What's up, dog? What's up, everybody? What's up? Everybody's now just hopping in. So, when I first started my business, like many of you guys already know, I didn't know nobody. I didn't know a single person in the industry, because I had never been in the industry, like, at all. So I didn't know anybody, I had a few friends that I had talked to, a few contractors I had talked to before I had started my business, just trying to get my name out there. And so they knew of me, but they didn't know, what I was about or nothing. So my first year, I started in May. I worked non-stop until September. And then, let's see, it was September, October. I think I worked maybe a week and a half in October. May, no, I don't even know if I worked in October. I think it was a week, maybe a week and a half or something like that. November was like, I worked maybe 1 week out of the whole month. Oh, come on, seriously, dude. You seen my flipping turn signal? Are you that stupid? What the flip? My flipping turn signal. You morons. I had my turn signal on for like 1,000 yards. Anyways, yeah, just so they could get ahead of me. They could have just went behind me. Anyways. So I worked 1 week in November, and then after that it was like nothing. Like maybe like a day in January, maybe a half a day in February. Like my first winter was absolutely nothing. Nothing. Which was, I kind of expected that, because, I had just started my business. I wasn't really on anybody's favorite list, I worked, I think it was for an asphalt company my first year. Was it an asphalt company? Yeah, it was basically an asphalt company my first summer. I basically worked only for that one company. And then by the end of summer, they had bought 3 trucks. So they had one or two trucks already. And then at the end of that summer, they bought 3 trucks. So it was like, well, don't expect any work from these guys, because they just bought 3 more trucks. So you're probably not going to get any work from them. It's pretty obvious to see that they were trying to phase out the rental trucks. They were done paying us, and they wanted to get some of that good money. So they're like, we got to stop paying these rental guys, because we're losing all this money. We need to buy our own trucks and get our own drivers and have, do that. So they bought their own trucks, and as expected, we basically didn't do nothing. And I still didn't know very many people, in the industry. And I'm still meeting new people all the time, because that's the way the industry is. The more people you meet, you're going to meet more people, because the industry is kind of a high turnover industry. You know, so people start their businesses and then they go for 5, 6, 10 years and then they're done. And they're like, I made all the money I need to make. I'm ready to try something else. You know, or they're a massive company and they're going to be around for decades. You know, like, you know, the ones that have been around for decades. Like, you've seen their trucks since you were a kid. You know, like Corliss, Miles, Lakeside, Lake Ridge. I mean, those are big companies. RPD, Stafford, you know, those companies, they're going to be around for a long time, so they're not going nowhere. But the smaller guys, they'll be in business for 20 years and then they're, you know, they're going to throw in the towel and sell everything and retire, you know. So you're constantly meeting new people all the time. Especially other rental dump truck owners, you know. A lot of people get into it thinking this is going to be gravy, I'm going to love this, I'm going to make millions of dollars, and then they find out they're not quite making what they want, you know. You know, they think it's harder for them than they imagined, you know, or they just get bored with it and they want to do something else. Then they sell their truck, you know. I know a lot of people. Corey, Tori, see who else has sold a truck? What's his name? Ricky. He ended up buying another one, but he sold his truck. A lot of people don't stay in the industry that long because I think one of the main reasons people don't stay in it is because a lot of people are jerks. Like, they're all so negative. Like, they hate what they do, you know, and a lot of people are just negative, you know, they hate it. So, anyways, but that, I'm totally off topic. We're talking about the slow season. So, my second year in business, it was a good year. Good year. Killer year. I hauled mostly dirt the second year with my solo. It was all dirt, and I hauled that for, I was working for this dispatcher, but he was one of the dispatchers that didn't charge, right? So I had a few dispatchers that I would haul for, and I started to grow my own customer base too, right, at this point. And these were guys that didn't charge me, so I'm like, yeah, I'll haul for your customer, you know. And I did that all summer long. But at the end of the summer, I got a really big customer. And you guys know Ridgeline. I worked for them for basically a full year, almost exclusively. And that started like at the end of summer, probably right around August, September-ish. I got on with those guys because they needed a night driver. They needed a solo at night, you know, and it was just like a one load and done, 6-hour minimum piece, you know, and they didn't have a dump truck. And I got that because of a guy. So he was doing the work for him, but, you know, he was tired of working at night, it seemed like. And so he put me onto those guys, and then next thing I know, then they were calling me. They're like, yeah, we like your truck way better, Brian. It's lower, you know, it fits our needs better than the other guy's truck, you know. Sorry, Steve, you know, I'm sorry about that, bro. You know, if you ever watch these videos, you know, they liked my truck more because it was lower. You know, one of the times he was hauling for him, his gate popped open and they had to go clean it up. It was a bunch of concrete. Like, he spilled a whole bunch of concrete in Seattle, downtown Seattle. So that really sucked. You know, that kind of left a bad taste in their mouth, I guess. And I had some dump sites too, which was nice. So they kept me busy Like, we almost worked that whole winter, but it wasn't like every day. It wasn't, by no means was it every day in the winter. It was probably like 3 days this week, 2 days this week, 4 days this week, 1 day this week, you know, but it was pretty constant. Like, I made like $60,000 worth of revenue through that company, and that's a lot. I mean, if you think about it, out of my 130, 60,000, that's almost half of my revenue was from one company. Small excavation company. He's been in business, like, he was in business when I started for him for like 2 years, maybe 3 years. So he pretty recent, you know. And we hit it off really good. I scratch his back, he scratches mine. You know, he still parks his trailer at my property. I don't charge him for it. You know, it's just one of those things, you know, like, hey, when you need a dump truck, you call me first, you know what I mean? So Ridgeline, they've been real good to me. That was my second winter was decent. Now we're going into the third winter right now. Jack up, we got the switch on it still, so if it's switched off, it's switched off. It's switched on, it's switched on. Who knows? I haven't had the time to put it in the cab or to disconnect it. I'm probably gonna disconnect it pretty soon here. What's up, AgTech? Let's catch up on some of these comments. Doesn't look like too much of a slow season. You're in a truck. Yeah, you got that right, Blake. They will make millions, but they will spend tens of millions. Yeah. JST, you'll be around for as long as you want. You run a good business. Oh, thank you, Joey. What's up, AgTech? What's up, Ryan? What's up, Brian? What's up, Sydney? So, we're going into the third winter right now. So this winter is going to be completely different than what I've ever experienced, because, you know, now I got a super dump, which is basically like a truck and trailer, and I got my solo, you know. So this last summer, I got really lucky because I hit it off with, so Ridgeline, they basically, you know, I haven't worked for them in a long time, mainly because, you know, they bought their own dump truck, and he does most of their own stuff now. But I hit it off with another dirt work contractor, Sound Earthworks. They do a lot of work. I mean, they do some heavy civil. They do a lot of plat work. Bypass. Heck yeah. Ooh! Bypassing the scale. It's full anyways, so I would have drove right past anyways. So I hit it off super good with them this summer. Sound Earthworks, those guys are amazing. I'm their first call whenever they need a truck, super dump or my solo. They've actually used my solo more than my super dump, which is kind of surprising to me, because of the scale of work that they do. But they have two dump trucks, just two solo dump trucks. I don't think they have a trailer for their solo or not. I can't remember if they do. I've never seen it. I'd be surprised if they didn't have a trailer, but I don't think they do. And so they got an old Mack that they're trying to phase out, and they got an older Kenworth that they're also trying to phase out. They want to get rid of both of those, I think, or keep one for an on-site truck, and they want to buy a new truck. But that it hasn't been in the cards for them yet. They're a union shop, so they have to pay more money to their employees than, non-union. And so it's hard for them to be more competitive and have a higher profit, you know what I mean? To grow. But he's been in business since 2008. So he's been in business for a long time. The owner, he goes to church with me. When I first started, I thought he was, like, I didn't know how big his business was. I thought for sure he was going to give me some work. He didn't give me nothing. My first 2 years, nothing, not even a single day's worth of work. And then this last year, it was almost, he was my biggest customer besides the rock quarry. Right? So the solo worked for him almost every day, the whole summer just about. But the last day I worked for him was, I think it was in September. I worked for like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks straight on a big sewer job. But the solo hasn't worked since, the end of September. So it hasn't worked October, hasn't worked November, other than, like one load of gravel to this guy, or one load of gravel to that guy, or I hauled a machine for this guy. It hasn't really worked, like, worked. So the solo truck, it's on its normal pattern, right? At the end of September, the work just dies off, The super dump, however, up until last week, it had worked every single day, except for the days that it was broke down, which you guys know it broke down quite a bit. But it worked non-stop, just about 5 days a week, the whole summer long, just about. Yeah, I haul concrete, Sydney, in the old truck, not in the super dump. The box is too thin to be hauling big stuff. I would haul recycled concrete in it, like 1 1/4 minus, or 2 inch or something like that. 4 to 8. 4 to 8's the biggest I'll haul in this. And I didn't even want to haul that with how thin the tailgate was, but I rebuilt the tailgate, and it's amazing. Let me just say, the tailgate, that thing's never going to break. The box is going to wear out before the tailgate does. So we got that. So we're going into the slow season this year. The 3rd year we've been in business. This is the third slow season. We got the super dump. So last week it didn't work at all. Didn't work a single day, basically. Yesterday it hauled 2 loads. Today I'm gonna haul 1 load with it, and I'm moving a machine because it was just more convenient for me to hop in this truck than hop in the old truck. You know what I mean? Like, why would I drive the old truck to move a machine if I can hop in the new one? It gets better fuel economy, it's quieter, So the old truck is taking the bench for today. We're in the new one. We're gonna move the machine and haul a load. I might haul the 2nd load with the old machine just because it's easier to spread with. So we might, it doesn't get as tipsy, because it doesn't have all that weight in the air. So it's got less weight in the air. And just for the sake of, I love that truck. So Thanksgiving really threw off all the work for that week and the start of this week. Thanksgiving totally ruined it all. Like that the COVID, the whole election cycle, like the rain. Like, I don't know if it was a combination of everything or if it's just because things are starting to slow down. I'd like to think that it was mainly the weather, because it was just pouring down rain like non-stop for like a week straight. Pouring down rain, and you know, the holiday. Nobody, like, that's just another reason for people to like not like, oh, it's Thanksgiving, we don't need to work, you know, we take the whole week off. It's raining, we'll take it off. Go spend it with family, you know, except for don't, because COVID, you know. So I know the truck's working tomorrow. It's not for the quarry though, which I tried to work 100% for the quarry because I wanted to show them, like, hey, like, keep us busy during the winter time. I know you guys haul loads in the winter, so, you know, keep us busy, you know. But they've kind of died, you know what I mean? It's kind of died off for them. So I haven't worked for them for like a week, maybe a week and a half, roughly. My driver, he's trying to go on unemployment because he hasn't worked. I was gonna have him work today, but I got the address for the machine move, and I don't really feel that confident with him strapping down machines yet. I tried to have him strap down one of my machines and he couldn't figure it out. So I gotta train him up on that. There's a specific way I like to chain my stuff down. You know, I'm very particular about that because, you know, when you put a $70,000 load on your trailer, it better show up in the way you put it on there. You know what I mean? So I decided to let him have the day off, but he's working tomorrow. He thinks he's gonna start trying to hop on unemployment, you know, which he probably will. I don't know how work's gonna, I don't know what it's looking like. It's looking really slow. You know, people aren't trying to do big jobs, you know. They're afraid that Biden's gonna be the president, so things are slowing down. But I do what I do every year for the slow season. I make sure I have enough money going into the slow season. By September, I have to have a certain amount of money in the bank. Like when I first started, I was like, I want to have 20 grand in the bank before I hit winter. You know, I want to have 20 grand. And I did that the first year. Second year, I had 50,000 before, you know, I hit winter. This year, our goal was 70,000. We hit that. You know, we had almost 100,000 in the bank before winter time. So I bought the side-by-side, you know. That was kind of a little splurge. I paid for the electrical for the house. That was kind of a splurge. We didn't really foresee that happening. I thought that was going to be like another year or two. Yeah, every year we've been killing it, man. Every year's been better than the one before it, you know? And I mean, I've spent money every single winter. Like, first winter I bought the backhoe, and then I bought the dozer. And also in the first year, I also bought that 120, which my mom did help me pay for, but you know, we worked out, you know, a deal. And then, you know, the third year I bought the Mini, and everything was paid cash for. We paid cash for everything, except for the super dump. You know, that's the only thing we didn't pay cash for, you know. And it's almost been one full year of owning the super dump. So, you know, if we don't make an extra payment, we got 4 more years of payments, you know, which is not that long if you think about it. 4 years, you know. But we're probably going to pay it off early. Once our house is done, we're going to put everything on the super dump. But we don't want a mortgage, though. We're not going to build the house with the loan. We're gonna do it cash. Me and Kinsey already decided that. We like living in the camper. It's not that big of a deal. You know, it's all about your attitude. You know, if you have a good attitude going into it, it's great. You know, it's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal, you know. You just got to develop a routine. We got into our routine, and we love it, you know. And, you know, are there some downsides to it? Yeah, there are, you know. But at the same time, you know, living in a camper is actually really nice. You know, if you're not a complainer, a company will call you first. Amen to that, Sydney. You got that right. Yeah, you don't want to be a complainer. You just want to do the work. Just keep your mouth shut and do the work. I mean, they love that. They love that. And I, you know, when I show up at work, I'm always telling them how thankful I am for the work. You know what I mean? That's another thing. I never complain. I'm always thankful. We gotta get off. We gotta pass this Swift driver. That's alright, he's doing 50. Probably better that he goes that slow. So, you know, it's more of an intimate setting than a house, you know what I mean? You're so much closer to your family, you know, you spend more time with them because you're not, you know, just off in your bedroom watching Netflix, or you're not, you know, you can't really escape your family, you know what I mean? So you grow closer together. But you got to have the right mindset, because you can't get too close to them or you'll go crazy, you know? And it's all about, you know, another thing I told my wife, I'm like, honey, you know, we're happy in the camper. We have no mortgage. Let's buy a toy, you know what I mean? To help make it funner for the kids, funner for us. So we bought the side-by-side, you know, and it's been very handy. Oh man, dude, that thing has been so handy. Yeah. Yeah, if I need to, you know, get some alone time, I got the shipping container. The kids have the clubhouse. 68 will get you a big ticket in this state. Hey Joey, no problem, brother. Joey's going through a kind of a tough time in his life. He's gonna get through it though, I know he is. He's got a great family around him. You know, he's got his kids. He'll get through it. You know. Yeah, the kids, they got their clubhouse. They can go and play in there. I've started to push them to that, you know, like, hey, you know, go spend some time playing in the clubhouse, play with your toys, you know. They're still not 100%, you know, used to it yet because it's still kind of cold. So I think I'm gonna buy like an old, like a cheap wood stove or something, and install something in there so I can heat it up for them. Put some insulation in there, you know, to make them more like, yeah, let's go play at the clubhouse. You know, they like it, but you know what I mean. It'd be a little bit more funner for them if it was a little bit warmer. It's kind of cold this time of year. Hopefully I don't get lost. I've been to this cabinet shop like 4 times. You heard they what? I heard the kids wanted some liner actuators to play with. What's that? Hammer down, 68. Yeah, the bad thing about the super dump is it's basically governed to 65, 64, 65 miles per hour. Unless you're going downhill, then you can hit maybe 67, maybe 68. I doubt it though. Unless you're loaded, then you can probably definitely hit it then. No, I don't want to sleep in any. I don't need any sleeper dump trucks. Oh yeah. Yeah, I could probably get the governor turned up, but I'm never driving it, so you know I don't want my drivers to be going faster than 5 over the speed limit. You know, honestly, like I know we're getting paid by the ton, but if they get a ticket, that's gonna end up costing me more money than it's worth. You know what I mean? So it's like I'd rather not. You know, oh, I'm sure this thing could probably hit maybe 75, maybe even higher. This is kind of a funky turn up here. I gotta remember where it is. That's it, right there. Alright. How many miles on the super dump? We got 33,657. And I've probably only put 1,000 miles on this bad boy myself. Maybe a little more. Maybe like 2,000 or 3,000. Is this the right street? Oh yeah, this is the right one. Okay, sweet. I know where I'm at. I'm not lost. I wonder if Bobby got the excavator out or if he left it in the back lot. So, you know, I'm excited to see what this winter holds. You know, and I really am excited to see how things go. You know, we've got, you know, the funds to be happy. Okay, that's gonna be a pain to get in there. Looks like I can swing around that. Sorry guys, I gotta kind of focus on this. See how we do this. I'm glad Pacific Welding doesn't have all their trucks here blocking everything. And it looks like this guy's coming in here to leave. Or maybe not. No, he's just looking at his stuff. Oh, he is leaving. Sweet. Yeah, I'm glad I came in here when there wasn't very many people in here, because they like to really jam this parking lot up. It makes it almost impossible to turn around here. Woo. Ooh, I got here just in time because that other truck just pulled in. Sweet. Alright, let's back up off this asphalt so we can load that machine up. What's up, Chad? How you been? How's business? How's business, Chad? Did you get your trailer yet? Tell me you got that trailer and you're making money. Alright, let's catch up on some of these comments now that I'm parked. Okay, the company I work for, they can go 76, but if you get caught, you are fired. Dang! Leaving for Indiana Thursday, no trailer till February. Oh, man! No trailer till February. Holy smokes. Well, are you making any money? Are you hauling somebody else's trailer? So a little bit about Chad. I don't know if he wants me to tell you or not, but this guy, he decided to go out on his own. So that's pretty cool. He bought a pickup and he's gonna do the hot shot deal, which is pretty sweet. He was one of probably the main operator for Sound Earthworks, you know. So we're definitely gonna miss him. What's the going rate for a tan in Washington? It's around $4 here in North Carolina. A tandem? I don't know what the rate is for tandem trucks here. $4. Like $4 a mile or something? Or what are you trying to ask, JR Transport? Yeah, I told the driver to just stay home because I wasn't sure if I was going to be moving the machine today or not. Bobby didn't send me the address, and sometimes his customers like to switch things up last minute, so I didn't. I told him to just stay home, and I'm not that comfortable with him strapping stuff down. Mainly, must be warm over in Washington. It's about 30 with 3 inches of snow here. Oh, that's cold. Yeah, no, I'd say it's probably 45 degrees out right now. Maybe, oh, actually, no, I saw the thermometer. It said 36. 36. No, per ton. When I'm working for the quarry, I'd say I average about $10 a ton. 10 to, let's see, what else? I've had days where they're paying me $17.50 a ton. But mainly around 10, 12, 8 or 9. It just depends on the distance. They change all the time. That captain's beard must be keeping you warm. Yeah, a little bit. Let's see. I gotta put this 1 second here. Bear with me, guys. Yeah, it's not bad, Blake. I would say I average, probably 1,500 a day with the super dump. Probably $1,500 a day. If I'm not making, $1,200 in a day, I'm kind of sad, I'll be honest. Like, what? We didn't make $1,200? Like, $1,300 is kind of my, with the super dump. If I'm not making $1,300, then, it's like, shoot, we're lucky to get 4 a ton here. And most tonnage jobs, that's why I stick to tonnage. Come on. These cat keys only go in one way, which is so stupid. Let's let this warm up for a second. Yeah, it's about 40 right now over here in Eastern Washington. Not bad, kind of for December. Yeah, that is kind of warm for December. Man, Chaka, I remember when I was hauling for Loves and I was going to Ellensburg. I would be hauling diesel over to Loves in Ellensburg. And I remember one day getting there at like 1 in the morning. The wind was blowing so hard. And it was like negative 10 degrees. Like, I literally thought I was going to die. You're lucky to make $3,000 to $3,500 a week in North Carolina. Yeah, I would say a good week is $5,000 to $6,000 in Washington. At least this side of the mountains. A good week is 5 to 6. I've had weeks. I've had weeks where I've made, you know, with the super dump, you know, $7,000 in a week. I've had weeks where I've made $7,000. Oh man, how'd he break that windshield? That's new. That wasn't me, guys. Gotta document stuff like that. I don't want to get blamed. My truck didn't throw up any rocks at it. Man, that sucks on a windshield. Let's see, are we going high speed? Let's turn that off. I don't know where the high speed is. I think we're going fast. This is moving pretty good. Yeah, so, but on like a normal week, probably 3,000 to 4,000. Like right now I'm averaging 3, you know. But in the summers, 5,000 to 6,000 a week. Easy. Easy. There's been a week where I made 7,000 with the super dump. Yeah, show some love. Pound that like button, guys. And if you're new to the channel, pound that subscribe button. He gives all that money to his wife. That's exactly where it all goes. That's exactly where it all goes. Hey, honey, love you. This is my side hustle right here. This is the side chick right here. So, yeehaw! You heard it from her mouth. That's where all the money goes. She gets it all. Oh, so I wanted to give a shout out. Well, I got 23 people on here. I wanted to give a shout out to Drew. So Drew, let me get up here and let me do this. This is too loud. I want to give him a proper shout out. Let's get up here and set this trailer down. This is basically a wide load. It's got the super wide tracks on it. Alright. Let's hop off. Okay, so Drew has basically been running his own business part-time for, I don't know, 2 years now, 3 years now. Skid Steer Drew is his YouTube channel. He's got like 1,000 subscribers. Super cool dude. I love his accent. He's Southern. You can tell he's kind of Southern. He's got to be Southern or something, because he has that accent. He mostly does skid steer videos and like brush cutting videos. And you know, great guy. So he finally quit his job and he's going full-time owner-operator, right? He's got a single axle dump truck. He's got a Takeuchi excavator, I think with a mulching head on it, and he's got a skid steer with brush cutter or something like that. A few other things, and a tractor. I think he's got a tractor too. So go check out his channel. I'm probably gonna do another shout out to him, a more official one, because I'm gonna talk about my next purchase, which is, you know, we're probably gonna be buying a skid steer pretty soon. You know, maybe 2 years, maybe a year and a half from now, give or take. I'm not sure. We might buy another dump truck first. Probably like to have another dump truck first. Another super dump at least. Let me just check here real quick. I need to move that way. So, loading equipment is very technical. I don't know if a lot of you guys load equipment or haul equipment or anything like that, but with a tilt deck like this, it's very technical. One thing you want to watch for, no power lines overhead, right? So we're clear on that. You want to go as slow as you can. You want to watch the track, right? You will kind of want to be centered. I think that's about centered. So what I'm looking at also is, where's the track positioned on this pad? Where's the other one positioned, right? So you can kind of see I'm basically centered, it looks like, right? Because once you start crawling up this trailer, you don't want to be turning sideways, you know, because you can literally slip off of a trailer. I mean, it's happened before. I almost slipped off a trailer one time. So, you know, it definitely happens to the best of us, especially when it's raining out, the trailer's slick. You know, you got to be very careful. Okay, let's find that high-speed thing. Where is it? Where is it? It's got to be over here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Turtle mode. Oh, we were on turtle mode. Okay. This thing tracks so fast. It's so nice. I wish my 120 tracked this fast. So, now you guys know with my trailer, the dampener is been modified because the last one broke, right? Pin came off and it broke. So what we do is, once I get her up there close to where she's about to tip, I just turn this around very, very slowly, and I mean very slowly. No sudden jolts, no sudden stops. Right? You get her so she's basically square, and then you set this bucket down. And I lift up the trailer. Okay, that's how I do it. And you can do that even if you have, like, you know, a trailer with a good dampener on it. You should still, I mean, some of these dampeners are junk, so they slam anyways. So as you guys can see, I mean, we got 3 inches on that side, 4 inches. And then we got, you know, basically the same on this side. So we're basically 100% as close as we're gonna get. See, and we should have cleaned that out back there. Oh well. So this trailer has this latch right here. Get that as tight as we can, and we'll track forward a little bit more. With this particular machine and all my machines, I like to get the tracks right about here. That gets the weight centered over the axles and puts some weight on the tongue, so we're not going everywhere. Alright. Getting too old to be climbing up these machines. Okay, let's put these right here again. Okay, now it's best to use hand controls when you're loading and unloading, because you can be more soft. You can be more smooth. Alright, so let's turn this a little bit sideways so we can see where we're at, because this one doesn't have a camera or nothing. So we'll get up here. Probably right about there. That's right about where I want to be. This is Bobby Lockwood's excavator. His company is All Terrain Excavation. Shout out for Bobby. He's like 21 years old, 22 years old. This is his excavator. I think he paid cash for it. I can't remember. He's going to be coming up in the world. Sorry about that, guys. So what I'm looking at now, let me show you what I'm looking at. Oh. Okay. So right there, I got a metal beam, right? You can see where the wood's getting pretty toast. So what I want to do is just back up just a smidge more. Actually, no, that's right about where we want it. I'm gonna have to set this part down. Alright, that's what I'm looking at. Looking at where this buck's gonna go, where she's gonna sit, right? There, okay, let's take a look. Since we don't got anybody here to check for us, let's just check real quick. See if she's sitting on the wood or on the metal. Okay, she's sitting on that metal right there. So that way, you know, it doesn't break through when we're bouncing down the road or nothing. So that's basically pretty good. Alright, sweet. except for I don't want it like that, because here's the other problem. So this machine doesn't have eye hooks, so I got to chain it from here, from the track to the other side, and that track to that side. The bucket's in the way, so we're gonna have to move it. See, this is why I put eye hooks on mine. It makes it so much easier to. So this is just gonna have to be all the way curled in. I'm just gonna have to back up a little more. There we go. She's on the metal. Alright, now I'll be able to do my cross chains without the bucket interfering. Alright. Let's get my gloves out. Alright, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Probably gonna pop off right now. That way I can chain this down pretty quick, efficiently. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.